until both players say go go within the spawn of 5 seconds,
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
Well,
alrighty, here we go.
Yeah, this is it. This is the Reynor match, the show match at the end of the day. His challenger, the victor of the Xel'Naga Finest. His birthday, he's going to be 250 euros better off, thanks to that win over Denver. In the bottom left, our Team Liquid Terran is Clem.
And in the right top side of Eternal Empire, we're looking at the main base of the young Italian Zerg in Clash. It is Reynor. And of course, Red Bull.
Yeah. Obviously why he's part of the event. A cool little partnership we've got. The Xel'Naga Finest organized by Red Bull and Clash. Which is really cool. As we see the hatchery dropping down and Overlord of Reynor making its way out across the map. Actually, honestly, at this stage, I don't know what to expect between the two of them. Because when you've played each other this much, in official matches especially, not just like ladder games where you're like doing a bit of this and a bit of that, but when you play like each other this much officially, there's so many mind games that can go on. There's so many different like things to watch out for. There's things that don't necessarily make sense because Reynor was like, well, you know, he did this last 2 times on Eternal or something. I'm going to do this. You know, it just gets a bit crazy. Let's just leave it at that.
And then let's not forget, it's not just about the series that have happened already. It's also about the future series to come, right?
Yeah.
They both know they're still going to play against each other very often, and it's probably going to happen on a couple of very big stages as well, at offline events in the future, when hopefully, you know, everything is back to normal in the world and we can all enjoy some offline events again. So that also is something that I think you have to keep in mind. And that maybe will allow them to experiment with some different playstyles. Of course, they always want to beat each other, but there are very few. Well, what are these drones doing, by the way? That was weird. Did you see those drones of Reynor in his natural? For some reason, both of them paused when they went back to the hatch. I was mesmerized by it. Obsessed. But yeah, the TLDR is where I was going with this. Sorry, those drones just caught me off guard, man. Like, I saw 2 drones with minerals. It's like the hatchery just is like, no, we don't take your money over here. What? What's wrong with these minerals? Where was I going? Oh yeah, the TLDR is that there are very few Zergs in Europe, obviously, as good as Reynor. So if Clem has a playstyle that he thinks could be good and maybe had some success with, he's like, well, you know, how good do I know how it really is until it defeats Zero, until it defeats Reynor? And the same can be said for Reynor, right? Like maybe Reynor has some ideas on how to face certain armies in certain positions on the map, but just because it works against the average Terran, would it actually work against Clem? So it's also, you know, the more they play against each other, the more they can try out against each other as well.
Yeah, for sure. As this setup right now has been very stunning across the board. Looks as though we're going to see the tech lab on the racks and a starport near it, so probably Banshee coming through as well.
Yeah, Clem has been loving the Hellion Banshee opening, and you can't really blame him. Like, I like the way he played this map against that. Whoa, Fusion Core. Hello. Wow, I didn't even see that SCV in the left top side.
Yeah.
I'm going blind, Wardi. It's been a lot of hours under a very bright light. I don't see anything anymore.
Yeah, I mean, hiding it on the map as well to make the scouting so much more difficult, right? Because as this Viking pops, it's going to get the first Overlord. And then you go into that tech lab, you're getting towards the BC. Definitely a big change up here from Clem. As this Viking will finish up and, again, clean out and then go into battle cruise. And that obviously typically leads you into that mech play. Which, especially if you don't know if it's coming as Reynor, that can be very dangerous. No Ling speed just yet, by the way, so these Hellions dive in, but the Lings still somehow get the block that they need, not just once, but twice. And, well, 4 drones go down, but this feels as though it should have been so much worse.
Oh my goodness, only 4. There were a couple of drones very low on HP as well. Yeah, we see Clem YOLOing a little bit with the Hellions. We saw him be very careful in a lot of his other games. He's got that fusion core. He is building his battle cruiser right now. There is an Overlord of Reynor chilling in the main base, and I think it should see it, right?
Yeah, maybe you can. You don't even have the gas to like start cloak or something as a fake out there as well, right? So this is a really nice scout for Reynor getting to see that. I wonder if the proxied fusion core, if you actually only intend to build like 1 BC here, then go into like bio, if that's something of a plan.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Clem is just going to have a very simple approach. No, he's going to go 3CC. I'd say a very simple approach to this best of series. Getting an armory as well at home.
Yeah, so he's going to go for the Hellbats at the same time as the BC teleports in, so it's going to be a little out of sync. Yeah, it's a little bit all over the place, this game, isn't it, already? Even though not much happened. Reynor doesn't quite know, though. Unless he wants to play melee upgrades, generally means he can maybe play Lingbane Muta, but he's not setting up into like a fast lair or anything to start getting a Spire up to deal with the BC, so I'm not even sure if Reynor really knows just yet what's happening.
Well, Battlecruiser will jump in. A couple of queens are gonna run to safety until the additional queens show up. Way more aliens, but a really good Evo block there. But now all the drones are still tiny bit exposed. But the Battlecruiser is not gonna win the fight against 5 queens.
No, it is not, but he does get 1 kill, which is obviously really nice. Now the Hellions become Hellbats, so they have a much better time on the low ground. There's nothing here but Lings and Queens. The BC will re-engage. Yeah.
I think Reynor's in trouble, right? Is Reynor in trouble?
Yeah, I mean, even if you get the BC here, these Hellbats are doing a fantastic job. They're killing so many Zerglings. The BC is going to get away here as well, as long as no new Queen spawns, which it's just going to be a bit too late. And oh my god, now we've got the drones going down as well.
That Vikings should be able to kill quite a few drones, right? Vikings can kill drones kind of quickly.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as I thought it was. Viking now finally going out for blood.
Wow. I mean, I still think it's pretty rough for Reynor, though, right? Because he loses so many Lings in the defense. He's lost 38 Zerglings. So...
No forward base, by the way, during all of this as well. Like, Reynor, 6 minutes, 40... Hey, that Evo chamber finished up!
Oh, no! That's never fun. Well, gonna start cleaning that out. Obviously, just a lot of mayhem in that fight that Reynor had to respond to. So Evo chamber will be picked away at here. I mean, Clem is now building 2 more armories, just in case he forgot, just in case the first one wasn't enough. So, but this game is actually all over the place, like, a little bit of here and there.
Yeah, one is just part of the wall off. One in the back of the main, one in the wall off.
Yeah, one in the natural. Like.
Oh, double Battlecruiser jump. Aliens go into... Well, the Brootlings from the Evo chamber actually helped out there and damaged the Hellbat.
Now the double BC is in a weird spot as well, because these queens do have transfusions to drop. He's actually out of transfusions because he didn't transfuse that low health queen, but the Hellbats just aren't there and the BCs have to back away. Finally, the Rotron coming into play from Reynor, and he has so much gas to use, by the way. Once he finally gets free of all of this...
Can the BCs get this?
It's very risky, right? Because that was super low HP one. He's gonna get
the cancel. Wow, that's a big one. Now we're 8 minutes into the game, and this is gonna be Reynor's 4th base. 8 minutes, you don't see that very often.
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm just gonna be seeing the Spire from Reynor dropping down in that natural expansion too, so obviously needs a way to deal with this. Yeah, you need the Spire to deal with the Battlecruisers, right? Which are still racking up in numbers. Typically, you stop at 3. But obviously, it's been a very late response to it.
It feels bad for Reynor, right? Like, being up only 3 workers means he's obviously down in economy, not mining of 4 bases. I know he's taking his 4th and 5th at the same time now, but there's no way that this is good for Reynor.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's not pretty. The thing is, it is mech though, right? And
yeah, so it takes a while that you can't really capitalize on the advantage.
Which I still think you can capitalize. Just it's not apparent right away. What it does give Clem a chance to do is you get to 4 bases easily, and when you get to 4 bases easily, you get to 5 bases easily on this map, right? And then you start controlling the game, and then it becomes this big duel as to, you know, what ends up happening. So, yeah.
You know what I love, by the way, is how Clem has an armory in the back of his main base, and then he uses the one that's part of the wall. All right. As Hellions and Cyclones are now going to show up. Do we have mech fuel?
It is not done yet, and I think did he start? I think he started smart servos instead of Macfield by mistake.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make sense to get smart servos this quickly. I don't think.
Well, Hellbats though, he's got a lot of Hellbats.
But is Macfield just not that much more important? Well,
no, he's got Blue Flame too, so I think it's part of the plan.
Yeah, maybe.
And he doesn't have many Cyclones, so who cares about that?
That's true. 3 BCs overhead as the Queens are dropping down. A lot of damage, but of course here come the teleports. Nice save. Number 2 saved. Number 3. Okay, well, that wasn't as exciting.
9 queens have gone down in a 10-minute game. I think that's pretty good.
Almost a queen per minute.
What's your QPM? It's like 1?
Yeah, usually I average like 0.7.
If I play against a worse Zerg, it's like 3 QPM. Okay.
As Reynor has a Vayne Nest done as well, so he's going to play a pretty aggressive comp, right? Like, he did commit to +2 melee, so it's going to be like Ravager, Ling Bane. It's an army that wants to crash in again and again. Yeah, maybe Smart Servos is the plan, because he knows it's going to be that sort of comp instead of like a Roach-heavy style, so he doesn't want to make as many Cyclones from the get-go.
And now he is getting Macfield, though, obviously, right when you say that. I mean,
Yeah,
I think it was the plan, because he had Blue Flames so quickly as well, that in case it was like Mazzling Bane, that he's like, okay, I'm just going to get Smart Surface, but this feels like a very weird Reynor game, because Reynor has barely been on Clem's side of the map, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Reynor the hyper-aggressive, well, when I say hyper-aggressive Zerg, the Zerg that's always looking for run-bys, it's always annoying, it's always dealing damage.
I mean, that's what we kind of always talked about when we casted Reynor, right? Like, he's fast, he's quick. These Hellions just like, we don't like drones. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, they come back, but it's not as juicy as they should have been, let's face it.
Oh. I was like, okay, he's gonna morph them into a Hellbat. I think he could have just shot and he's like, no, he just drives through. Battle Cruise is above all the queens though. That QPM is going up again, Wardi.
Yeah, it's dropping real fast right now, as we do see the Corruptor's actually gonna get Yamato'd as well. He'll lose a Battle Cruiser though. Getting the Yamato's off there as he's gonna continue to target down. I feel like you should just teleport away now, because I don't think you get another Corruptor kill before you teleport. He does. One. Okay, fair enough. That's worth it. It doesn't happen all the time though, as Reynor still maxed out, but of course, it's a lot of what he has to rebuild all the time.
Reynor found the fusion core and a single Zergling is killing it. So now Clem can't build any more battle cruises. Right?
Which I'm not even sure if that's too much of an upset for Clem. Like, BCs are nice and they definitely added a little bit in that last fight, but again, it's not like you always go above 3 BCs, and again, this is the case this time. But yeah. I mean, like a lot of weird random things happen in this game. As we see a bit of a chase in these roaches going up the ramp, a lot of splash damage there.
Poor Clem, just played the entire tournament, now he's getting a long mech TVC on Eternal Empire, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, Reynos is kind of getting all the upgrades. He's on 93 drones, and I know that sounds sick, but it actually took him a very long time to get there. And from now on out, his army is not going to be that big, right? I have the feeling that Clem's army is going to be way better than Raider's army, even though he wasn't siege there yet, but even that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Okay, more Baymates.
Tanks are all in siege here. There's a back line which will help a lot, and I feel like Reynor's losing so much in these fights. Resources lost. It's actually stayed pretty similar. It was about 4,000 resources lost difference since a couple minutes ago, so it's not getting any worse for Reynor. As BCs will drop the Yamatos, but another BC goes down. That's obviously a big chunk of resources invested there that now isn't picking up further damage.
Man, the economies in this game are insane, right? On both sides. Clem has 83 SCVs. What? So many.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what you want. You want to have a big economy, trade, and keep on trading. Just never stop.
Zerglings were burrowed on the right bottom side. That's kind of funny. I mean, Clem is going to have his 3-3 upgrade soon, and obviously for Reynor, that's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
Reynor does get a really good fight here, though. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Hellions were a little bit late to get there, so they didn't do any protection on the siege tanks, and the tanks didn't target fire down Roaches or Ravagers at all, so I feel like you lose a lot of those, and well, Corrosive Files onto this base, just going to stop Clem from getting up to 6 bases. Meanwhile, the BCs show up at the top side of the map, and the Corruptor's out of position, so they are going to get a few drones and slow Reynor's income down, although when he kills 12 and Reynor's at 86, so it's not like he's hurting for money.
If anything, I feel like Reynor needs slightly more army supply, right? Otherwise, he's going to have a very tough time. I mean, with these upgrades, if Clem gets 3-3, Clem gets a really good fight there against the Zerglings at first with his Hellions. I feel that if Clem actually fights with his entire army, he should absolutely crush what Reynor has.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it too, because Reynor, I feel like Clem's just been losing a lot of tanks, etc. in the last couple of fights.
Yeah, but it feels like Clem fights with like 60, 70 supply all the time.
Yeah.
If Clem actually fights with, let's say, 100, then... Whew.
It's so hard to do that with mech though, right? Because then if you fight with 100, the Zerg rebuilds so much faster than you. Whereas if you fight with like 70% and you've got some at home already coming out, that's weird.
I mean, that's obviously a good point, but it feels like...
I do agree.
the army was beatable of Reynor,
Yeah.
you know? He won't just get a good fight, but if he gets a proper fight, he gets an amazing fight. PCs are back again at the left top side. This time, they are gonna lose the fight against the Corrupted.
Yeah, gets a couple kills with this one, and then maybe teleports. As we see Clem pushing forwards, he really wants to solidify this 6th base now. As he pushes and really kind of gets an army into this location, but Banes and Ravagers show up and have to cancel the planetary once again. They'll slowly get the siege tanks over here, but once they are here, they're going to start firing, and Cross of Bowels are going to do a lot of damage. Hits 3 of the tanks.
A lot of these Ravagers are going to go down here. Macfield Accelerator obviously locking on all these Ravagers. 5-6 going down very quickly. Clem now feeling confident to move up while he's only at 150 supply. Reynor is producing a lot of units, but I don't know where they are. They are not here yet.
Yeah, absolutely not, as this hatchery continues to take so much damage. 10, 15 drones going down to the Blue Flame Hellions there. And here goes our hatchery dropping down. A few broodlings running in. They won't do much. I mean, this is the start of something here from Clem. It may be worth just backing away from this position a bit as Lings run in and Banes are coming as well. It's going to get a lot of connections here.
These Hellion shots, though, they're so juicy. And now there's a planetary as well. I think that's going to be a lot of dead Lings. Will the planetary fall? I don't think it has to.
I think it survives as well. Hellions and the Cyclones there to help out. I was just going to say before that fight broke out that maybe it's worth Clem just rotating back around the left side and start pressuring that side of the map on Reynor's bases. Obviously, it does expose that planetary he's trying to take, because that's a nice catch. And on creep here, Clem just gets surrounded and cleaned out.
Yeah, well, Reynor is actually getting such good fights, right, with his comp. I'm really surprised by it. It feels every time that eventually Reynor is going to run into that brick wall, that's that 3-3 mech army. But he's still getting some good trades. He's still getting good fights. And now I believe the first Vipers are... No, I thought I saw Vipers. Never mind.
Hellions morphing into Hellbats here, which means he doesn't want to kite away. He just wants to commit to the fight, and he's just going to keep on going forward. And, well, there's a few Banes that just aren't ready yet. So Clem is going to win this fight. It's a good call. Now some Banelings finish. He only loses a couple Cyclones, but he'll have the lock-ons to maybe chase the rest of the Ravagers away. Meanwhile, Liberators show up and start picking off, well, not just drones, but like lava reproducing units, which is kind of a big deal as well.
We're almost looking at 500 Zerglings going down in this game, by the way. That's ridiculous. Reynor does catch a few of these Cyclones on the ramp, so that's an easy kill. He wants more, he wants to get those tanks, but Hellions are going to show up again. Now I think we have to be at the... Oh, we're almost at 500. It's like the final countdown for me. This is like New Year's Eve, man.
Yeah.
It's like 10, 9.
13 to go. Where will they come from? So Clem actually takes both the bottom right bases now, so able to secure up here, and if Reynor can't pressure those, it really does give Clem a chance to start pushing into Reynor's bases, which is what he did on this right side, initially to kind of break out these fights.
What a ridiculous game. I don't even know what to say.
That's what these guys do, man. They play ridiculous games against each other.
7 Lings. We're past 500, Wardi.
Wow, that happened quickly. Ooh, some burrowed Banes in amongst all of this, but Clem does see it, so you can get rid of them. It's a nice try from Reynor, and something that he's been trying all week long against Clem when Clem does play mech. It works better a little bit more now. He used to be only burrowing 2. Obviously, you need a bit more than 2 to actually kill Cyclones and Hellions. A few Widow Mines mixed in, but they get corrosive power down pretty much instantly, and the Cyclones still going back and forth as the Roach Ravager back up to the top side as well.
Like, Reynor is always maxed out. Well, pretty much every moment other than this moment. And Reynor has always had money in the bank, yet I really feel Clem is winning this game. But now there are 8 Broodlords more, so maybe the Broods can turn this around.
Because there's no Thors in play, right? And that's what Clem's never been able to do. He's never been able to comfortably get to that point where you can just build like 5 Thors at a time. Which, if you can do that, I feel like that's when mech is always winning, because the Thors are great. It's just doing that is so difficult. And now the Broods are going to show up in this, well, Cyclones, they don't really count as anti-air, because are they really going to get locked onto those Broodlords? Not convinced. So I guess
now Clem is just going to run away. He's going to fire off 4 Thors immediately. He does have Hellions on the right side, so he's going to roll quite a few drones there.
Yeah, morphs them into Hellbats too.
Yeah. It's funny as well, like Reynor loses 15 drones. You look at his drone count, 83, alright. Like,
he starts at 5 more, he's like, I need this economy.
Look at the Widowmine in the center of the map, near the Broodlords.
Oh,
gonna be a good shot.
Well, Not so much if it goes off on some broodlings and friendly fires. Ugh. Not so great in the end. The broodlings definitely causing some issues here as the Banes take a chance to run forwards. The broods are still pressing in.
At once. I love it. Clem is like, you've got no overseer here.
He's going to see the planetary force on the right side will go down, so Reynor at least taking some benefit out of all of this. He's going to maybe continue to the far bottom right. That would put Clem down at just 5 bases, which 21 minutes in the game is a big deal. Yeah, he's going to blow up those broodlords, so they're going to go down. I'm trying to wonder if they did enough or like if it didn't matter.
Yeah, I am actually. I'm really confused as well, mate. I'm just looking at it and I was like, I feel like we're watching a simulation. What happens on the Eternal Empire if 2 armies run into each other for 21 minutes straight?
Yeah. Oh my god, he got burrowed banelings on the SCVs. Oh, that was so sick.
There you go.
I don't even want to believe that was set up. I think it was just blind luck.
Oh, look at how many
Bane's on the
there are.
right.
Aliens! Aliens!
Oh, the Banelin's just going to crash into this, and now they're going to go for Thorns as well. A couple of them try to lift into medevacs here. I mean, still 17 drones going down. Reynor drops below 80 works for the first time all game.
Yep. 24 going down. I feel like Clem is finally taking the...
Yeah.
It feels like Clem is taking the supply lead for the first time in 11 minutes.
Yeah. I feel like he's actually been kind of losing the fights for 10 minutes, and now he's not just won one, but he's got Reynor at a point where Reynor's not rebuilding.
Yeah, and what is Reynor building? Like, he's mostly building Link. Oh, Neuro Parasite. Do we have Neuro?
It's not ready yet. It's in production, but he can't corrosive Balco! Well, he gets one of the 2. He was so close to the double Thor shutdown.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. How often do you see that? A double Thorn shot corrosive Bal Poco growth combination?
I've got no idea. These Liberators are going to be annoying though, because what do you corrosive Bal? Do you corrosive Bal tanks? Do you corrosive Bal Liberators? Infestors aren't great right now because they don't have Neural, so it's money that Reynor spent that's not really doing what he wants it to do. He wants the Neural to help out a lot against the Thors, etc., but yeah, it's just not ready yet. And in the meanwhile, another run by Clem trying to take this base as an orbital in the bottom right will not work. So Clem is really getting into a troubling position in terms of money because he's really running out of mineral lines. But again, his army right here and now is terrifying for Reynor too.
I would almost say the same about Reynor as well, though, right? Like, Reynor's at 53 drones, but he doesn't have gas at all. He's making a lot of links. I think it comes down to the Infestors. The Infestor hit squad Neuro Parasite is close to finishing up. Oh, Wardi.
Oh my god, but they're going to be right on top if he has a scan.
A scan, one scan right now.
He still needs to just scan it. He just needs to get rid of them, and he just started to get rid of them, so a couple of Widow Mines going off. The Lings will stream in and clean up a lot of this as well. Oh my god, I mean, it's a cleanup and then a counterattack. Clem still has 80 army supply.
But Lynx cannot just win this game, right?
No. Lynx don't do enough at all. And I mean, there's just so many Hellions. Unless you get rid of all of them right now, which I'm just really not seeing. These tanks are doing a good job. The Thor in the front is doing a fantastic job as well. And the Roaches get pushed away, and Clem holds the left-hand side base.
Oh, Widow Mines.
And that's a fresh new Winnower line for him. And yeah, the Widow Mine shots are good as well. This Thor continues to chase in and tries to get extra kills.
99 supply apiece at this point. After one of the most ridiculous bloodbaths I've seen in a while. I mean, Pig would be losing it at this point. More Lynx, more aliens. Lynx are not supposed to kill this many tanks, Wardi, but they are over and over and over again.
But Reynor's going to be running out of units. He only has these couple of Ravagers left. A Thor in the top left is picking off the one of the few mining bases. Reynor has the bottom right base. When did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
Does Clem know? Nope, Clem does not know.
I think the last thing Clem's thinking about is
got
bottom
the
right.
left top and the right bottom, while Clem has left center. Scans, kills the Infestor. I mean, I was convinced that Clem had it, and now I'm suddenly like, Is Reynor actually going to win this game while losing 1,000 Zerglings? Is that possible?
130 away, there's 50 on the map. We need a few more rebuilds.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah.
He's building 22 at a time. Have you ever casted a game with 1,000 links going down?
I think I have. I only know it because I made it my YouTube video title.
Oh, yeah, that's...
It was
Did you get a lot of clicks?
It didn't do that well, but my YouTube didn't do that well back then. It was a good title. It was a good title though.
Absolutely.
131 drones as well.
Zerglings! Did you put your hands on your cheek though and put your mouth open?
Well, you know, I'm not local, mate. Like, I don't have that much talent. He knows the system too well. Let's just go for an orbital and... How many are we on? 900? 95 to go, man.
We're gonna get there, I think.
Yeah,
I actually think we're gonna get 1,000 zerglings in this.
I kind of think so too. 26 minutes of Eternal Empire. I mean, I just have nothing else to say. Like, I want to see what they do next because...
Look, Widowmine made a sensor tower of Clem.
Oh, nope, denied. But these zerglings are just running into cyclones. Well, I guess that actually works out okay. No Hellions over here. Nope, doesn't work out okay. Cyclones are pretty good. Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yeah, Widowmine just got 18 kills.
Oh.
We're at 941 Wardi. I find this the most exciting thing I've seen in a while. More links chasing Hellions.
We actually almost have enough links on the map to get to 1,000. We need 2 more to be made. Make those roaches.
No, don't do it, Reynor. We need that quad-digit zergling count. Give us 2 more links, mate.
2 more. That's all we need. Top left base goes down. Hellions are going to chase a lot of drones past spine crawlers. And that's going to be seen. I mean, Reynor is building a lot more roaches in general.
Well, we're focusing on the link. Hey, he built 8 links.
Hey,
well,
here we go.
Reynor is losing now. I mean, I feel Reynor has been losing for 15 minutes, but...
Yeah, absolutely. It's it turned around at that point where there was like this big fight. Kind of where Reynor's army is now, with the Thors, after the Broodlords went down. I haven't really won that fight, and he's really just drawn Reynor out. 28 minutes of Eternal Empire.
How do Reynor's fingers not hurt if you produce 1,000 zerglings at a time? Yeah. I know they've got pretty low repeat rates and stuff like that.
Oh. Hellions and Cyclones up this right side. Reynor thinking about maybe diving in on it, and Clem's being very careful and backing away as well. Clem, does he just still have no idea about the bottom right? That's why Reynor's in this game, because of the bottom right base. It's like all of his drones.
At this point, Clem maybe forgets that there is even a base there. I mean...
Yeah. Roaches and Ravagers making the run down. The Lings go running away. And a couple more go down. We're so close, Roddy. 22.
Less than 20 after these Lings go down. Oh.
Oh.
This is exciting.
Yeah, this is absolutely thrilling. Oh, it might happen now. This could be it. The Zerglings.
Here they come.
They're running in.
Ends up losing it.
Oh! He GG'd at 1,000 Lings lost.
That's where he draws the line. Right?
He's like, I give him 1,000. Yeah. I think it was like exactly as 1,000 Lings go down. He's like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Woo, we just made it. Maybe it's actually just built into StarCraft. It's like, if you lose 1,000 Lings, you deserve to lose the game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you just can't win at that point.
Auto win.
That's a forced GG. It's like you're actually bringing the Hive cluster in trouble right now. We're running out of Zerglings on the Battle.net server.
We need more resources.
Yeah.
Well,
next map, please.
That was game number 1.
Clem keeps on winning.
Yeah. Second map's Everdream.
You know, I was like, maybe Clem is just like happy with the money. He's gonna go just like proxy 3-rex, pull some Marines, you know, maybe he can win. No, they play a 27-minute mech game with 1,000 Zerglings going down. Yeah. All right, Wardi. Oh, should I host?
I already did it. But absolute chaos, man. What do you even say after a game like that?
I don't know. Is Reynor gonna lose over or an under 1,000 Zerglings?
On Everdream, I'm gonna say under.
Is there even enough money? I guess there is.
1,000 Lings, 500 times 50, 25k. That's 25,000 minerals.
In Zerglings?
No, I can't.
No, that can't be. Right? 500
times 50 each? Yeah. 5,000 is 25k on Zerglings.
All right.
How many bases is that? I've seen a lot of things
in 10 years of StarCraft casting. I don't know if I've seen a lot of games. I guess it has happened once, twice or something. We've had some crazy big maps. But 1,000 is a lot. Like, I feel like whenever I see like 400 links going down, I'm already like, oh my god, or 500. It's like, wow, that's so many.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen like 700, 800, but I honestly don't remember a game with 1,000. Because I feel like I would fixate on that number. That's pretty mental.
Yeah, it really is.
Alright, buddy. Here we go. The Xel'Naga Finest first edition. The winner. Spawning in the left bottom side of Everdream. He's up 1-0 now as well. It is Clem. Of course, representing Team Liquid.
And representing Clash and Red Bull in the top right. Our final boss in each of these events is Reynor, our Red Zerg.
1,000 links is scary, but if he makes 1,000 roaches, I'm running out of my house, okay?
When will we see the game with 1,000 Marines lost?
No. I mean, no. That would be 50k, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Almost impossible.
That's a lot of mules.
That's like 5 bases.
Alright, we need Bomber. We need Bomber against Reynor, okay? Put him on the biggest map in history. Bomber will make pure Marine. Reynor is gonna make pure Link. It could happen.
They just go at each other.
It would actually be like a tower defense, you know, where they're both just rallying into the middle of the map like a tug of war. You win space. No, I win space.
Oh, man.
I can't believe there was no banter between these two after that game.
You know why? I think after a game like that, Reynor was mad he lost, and Clem's like, I'm so tired, let's go.
Yeah, I think that is literally exactly what is going on.
Yeah.
Clem is tired, and Reynor's like, man, I didn't want to lose. Like, I was having a good time, but I wasn't supposed to lose that. I had all the bases. Let's not forget, because like a lot of StarCraft games are decided very early on. Clem actually had a pretty damn good start, right? Reynor didn't have 4 bases until like 8 minutes into the game. I feel like there's so many ZVTs I see where they're on 4 bases like 6 minutes into the game.
Hey, look at this build from Clem. 2-on-1. Like, this is the ultimate, like, you know what, I'm done. I just want to drop 16 Marines. You have no idea it's happening and you die. Like,
I mean, there is a lot of space in the main base of Everdream.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm waiting for...
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was actually thinking of something, but it didn't make any sense. Because I remember we watched a Pro League game a long time ago where somebody built a Dark Shrine in somebody else's their main base. Yeah, and I think it was Hero against SOS, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if you could hide a Dark Shrine in your opponent's main? But then I realized that units will always fly via the left side. Because the game I'm thinking of was like New Cork Precinct.
Right,
and then they just never check the left side when they spawned left bottom, because all units go right. But here that wouldn't make any sense. Units would fly over the Dark Shrine.
Well, as we get this going, if you're kind of a newer viewer to StarCraft, you might actually not even know what a 2-1-1 is, because it has been out the meta for like a good year plus, and even as like a build that shows up sometimes, it's not done really that much at all. So you basically just go 2 racks, a factory starport, and you basically have like a drop of 60 Marines and 2 medevacs at like, with stim, before the 5-minute mark, and it's obviously very scary. It fell out the meta because Zerg's got very good at seeing it and getting to a really good drone count and just holding it with queens, and then they figured out how, you know, when they need to build lings for the follow-up. So it's I mean, it was kind of like a Beyond build. Like he made it, and it just like he just microed with 60 Marines and won a lot of games that way.
With 60 Marines or 16 Marines?
But why not both? If Beyond's controlling them.
Alright, there is an armory going up once again in the back of the main base.
So he's not going to go medevacs, right? He's going to go reacted Hellions. This is actually my ladder build the last time I played TVZ. Like, you go Hellions, you morph in Hellbats, and it's not just a 2-1-1, it's like, you got Hellbats and Marines and Stim. It's real scary. If you don't see this coming as Reynor and prepare, you just die. Like, it's plain and simple. There's nothing to it.
So 2-1-1 version 2.0. Could you go like that? I love how we keep it simple for the viewers.
Well, you know,
to StarCraft. This is a 2-1-1 v 2.0.
You know, the thing is that they've adjusted this build over time. So it's actually 2.0.4. Like,
yeah. We've had a couple of mini patches ever since. Okay.
Yeah.
We were not sure about the 16th Marine. There was a build that was better with 15, and then.
Yeah. This is actually just crazy. Like, Baneling Nest isn't ready. Zerglings are building. The thing is, usually Queens and Lings are okay here, but with a couple Hellbats, I actually really don't think they are.
Yep, Stim, one queen goes down. Reynor could be in trouble here, guys. Second queen takes a lot of damage, goes down as well. The Reaper goes down, but that's not important. Oh my goodness, these queens, Wardi, the queens are in trouble.
Yeah, they really are. And if the Lings run in, the Hellbats will get the job done. And yeah, I think it might just die. You just die to this, right? Like, you don't know it's coming. You don't have units against it. If this was 2-1-1 normal, like, the Lings and queens are okay, right?
When do you go for drones? Ever?
I don't even know if you have to, because you're just trading so well. Your follow-ups are going to do really well as well, right?
He still needs to get the queens. There is obviously a medevac to help out. The Hellbats are being microed. One more queen saved by Reynor.
Transfused last second there. More reinforcements coming across the map. A few Marines just walking across as the micro from Clem starts up as well.
So he gets all the queens, Wardi. That QPM is going up. 6 queens in 6 minutes. 7 queens in 6 minutes.
There's 2 more Hellbats on the low ground, but Ling's got a good surround on these to start already. However, the Hellbats back down from the main base.
Oh, look at how many drones there are.
Yeah, but he's not going to go for them, is he? Well, maybe. Whoa, why are they coming back? Oh my god. Those drones, that was a really risky dive back into the main base.
The micro by Clem.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we know he's capable of this stuff. And we know that Terran players can do this, but it's still good to see.
I mean, this is the sort of point where you just lift up, go home, and then you just come with the next army, and Reynor like, oh yeah, I took so much damage earlier.
Reynor lost 71 links and 7 queens and 1 drone.
I'm actually impressed Reynor survived it all, to be fair. Like, that's pretty sick.
I feel like there were some moments to put 2 Hellbats. I don't know. I wouldn't have chased those. I think I wouldn't chase the queens in the main. I think that's where I would have set up for the natural.
Because I think the natural, you've got the drones cornered there as well, right?
Yep. And there are some very sweet choke points for the Hellions. But anyway, I mean, who are we to say anything about Clem? Because Clem is already marching to the other side of the map again. Don't forget, Clem lost no medevacs, so he's got 4 medevacs now with that push.
Baneling's actually stuck behind the queens there initially. He's got a couple Widow Mines to help. Baneling's hitting Hellbats and Marines. +1 attack against no carapace upgrade yet, but oh man, he's gonna get pushed back. The queen, how is the queen count this high? He killed them all.
That's what I'm asking every single game of StarCraft, Wardi. How is the queen count this high? Have you ever played a game against Risky? It's like for every queen you kill, 3 more appear. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense.
They actually split into 3 mini queens and then reform.
Yeah, no, exactly. I feel like whenever you kill a queen of someone like Risky, they actually like divide in 3 little eggs and then they grow into 3 full-born queens a little bit later.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, this is actually insane. He's got 9 queens on the map and 8 queens have gone down, which means that Reynor has produced 17 queens in 8 minutes. That's
2 QPM.
Yeah, that's good. He's going for
Those
more.
are numbers we didn't think possible.
We're just breaking records left and right here, guys, in this show match between the winner of the first edition of the Xel'Naga Finest. What is happening? What are we watching?
Yeah, I have no idea. Bane's gonna set up on this left-hand side to bust, but it means that Clem has kind of an army on this right side that can absolutely trade well here.
Queens?
Yeah, queens. That's what I'm thinking too. As we're gonna be seeing the Lings start to run forwards, the Marines just gonna lift up and get out of there, and he is gonna get out alive. So gets to the high ground, but there's this run by.
Yeah, Reynor almost thinks that this is over, but this is not over yet. Clem wants more, but a lot of Lings are countering, but there are Hellbats in the middle line.
Oh, I didn't see those at all, and I don't know if Reynor did either. There's some Marines now stimming over as well. He has to cancel, and he does get the cancel in the 4th phase, so he doesn't lose that straight up. Probably gonna have to lift and get out of here once again. Just too many units. What blew up on all those Banelings? I have no idea.
And there were, I mean, I feel like
the
mines have not been very. Oh my goodness!
Wow. Well,
was that another mine?
It just killed like half the army. Yeah. If that would have
I only saw bodies, Wardi. I only saw bodies.
Yeah, if that would have mine had a kill count, it's like 30, and it's Banelings and Zerglings.
Oh my goodness.
That actually just changed the momentum on this side of the map.
Yeah. Reynor's gonna try to counter one more time with Lings on the other side of the map, but Clem is obviously pushing.
Yeah, the Queen's gonna try and slow that down. The Bane's pressing through here. Extra Marines showing up. Needs a Widow Mine or 2 to help out. Good splits. Really good splits. Wow,
The
liberating
lanes on
even
the other side of
surviving.
the map are not getting much done. Reynor is starting to run out of steam. Yeah, Bailing's so.
Oh my god. How does he get the Widow Mine?
Bailing's.
Is Reynor running out of steam? I feel like he's just cleaned this up.
I think he was running out of steam.
Yeah, he was. But this is Clem Reynor. No one actually knows what's happening.
I actually really felt that at one point Reynor didn't have that much anymore. And I was like, okay, Clem, some good micro now that he has been displaying. But then suddenly more Zerg units showed up. And I feel like the mines have really not been friendly to Clem at all. I feel like the mines are actually on the side of Zerg.
Yeah, they are. They've definitely not been the better shots. At 11 minutes here almost, Reynolds putting down a Spire. That seems kind of wild.
I mean, he's also still building queens, but that's not wild.
I just accept that.
Widow mines, Burrow, yes, no?
Just lifts up a few of them. Yeah. I feel like Clem is just like a moment away from being overrun at any point.
Yeah. No, now I think you're right. I felt like he was really getting some serious momentum because he was dealing with the run by on the other side of the map. And now it seems like it's going to get harder and harder.
Yeah, Widow Mines here probably not going to be a Terran's best friend again. As we're going to see the Lings and Banes just going to continue on through. So Reynor crashing in amongst all of this. And Widow Mine does turn around and save the day for the moment. And Clem is getting a 4th base. If he gets that up as a planetary, I mean, 4-base Terran. Pretty
and
good.
very early here on Eternal as well. It's easy to push through the middle. In some way.
The one thing I don't like for Clem is like, I guess he's still building Widow Mines.
I would love drilling claws if you build this many mines. Right?
I mean, that's coming with the second factory, right? So you can tech lab and then drilling claws, and he'll actually probably build a Thor, I guess, as middle gets seen. Now in the middle, I mean, this is 2-2 against 1-2. Reynor doesn't actually have a +2 melee upgrade, which isn't the biggest issue, but it does have a slight impact on the game. The second carapace upgrade much more important. It's these run-bys, they are continuing to just do a little bit too much, a little bit too often, I think.
Yeah, Clem is actually doing a really good job at leaving units near the deep pulse there. I think that's actually kind of cool, because it's kind of like blocking the path, but at the same time he could still reinforce if he wants to. I like the way he's doing that. Reynor is going to find these Marines on the top side and force Clem to lift off. Now we do have our 11 mutas on the way. 12 minutes into the game. Reynor is at 83 workers though. The games between these two are just... I don't even know what to... Like, these ones feel a little different, but they're still quite something to watch.
Yeah, they never disappoint, right? I think that's the crazy thing. There's never been, like, recently, like, SUs where you're just like, that sucked. Like, every time it's just, like, phenomenal. And right now, Reynor is going to be looking around. Mutalisks here to kind of make their first plays. He's really missing not having drilling claws, right? Like,
yeah, I know. Like, I'm looking at this as well. That's the only thing I'm thinking is, like, if you have drilling claws there, that's a completely different fight. Can't even fight. I mean, it's just so sad.
Yeah, now he can't drop down because all of these lings are here.
Coming in. Those two mines could get big shots off. Sniped and overseer though, so that's kind of nice. Bailing's going for the planetary during all of this. Widow mine.
Oh my god, repair the planetary while the SCV's doing.
Oh, he saved it.
Oh my god. These SCVs were just like here, there, and everywhere. Were they repairing? Were they not? And all of a sudden, you know, Reynor has already rebuilt and he's kind of only 10 supply up.
Is anyone ever winning when these two guys are playing? And just
the fans, the viewers, us. Not these two. Yeah.
No, I know. Like, obviously, all of us neutral observers, we're winning, but
yeah.
And again, like, I was like, Clem's winning, Reynor's winning, Clem's winning, Reynor's winning. What?
It's best just to stay quiet and watch the StarCraft, isn't it? Really. Yeah, these Marines just chasing after Mutalisks and creeps still pushing around the bottom side of the map. I mean, that's the nice thing, right? Reynor has a lot of protection on these bottom side bases with the creep spread. That's really nice. But I mean, this is the sort of position on Everdream where you have your base set up as a Terran. 5th base comes very easily from here. And this only gets better because you can really utilize the middle of this map to your advantage. Ling run by will...
I mean, with running claws, I feel like there's way more potential. Ling run by, not getting much done. Mutas are getting some good damage done.
Yeah, starting to get a few SCVs. Gets a Widow Mine as he flies by there. And that's not a good missile turret for Mutalisks. The SCVs can't pull to repair it very easily. At the same time, damage across the map. Widowmine's coming in and getting 10 drones, so Reynor's work account also taking some hits.
It's just a bloodbath, man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say. Too many casualties, Wardi. There is only so much violence in StarCraft 2 that I can take for a day.
And yet he's only lost 400 lings.
In 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15.
We're on track to almost match 1,000.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, mutas are way more expensive than roaches, right? So it's harder to get 1,000. And this map is way tinier.
Very
At least
true.
a bit tiny.
You're killing my dreams, Rodeo. Back-to-back 1,000 lings.
Yeah, sure. You're just thinking of a YouTube video.
5 units pressing through. A couple of creep team is still going down, and +2 flyer attack's going to be finishing on this Spire on the 3rd base, so that'll be done real soon. I mean, I just don't know what to say about it all at the moment, really. It's been crazy.
I mean, this kind of feels like if Clem is ever going to win some proper fights, this is it, right? With 3-3 against 2-2, there is no infestation pit even, so Hive is a very long ways off.
I mean, that's the sort of game like you just can't end as Reynor, right?
No.
So that's where the kind of the problem arises. Is this time again, like he loses more drones than SCVs he kills. Clem's on 5 bases, already has a 6th CC, is now building a 7th. You know, the numbers are getting up there.
I have no idea how Clem is actually still playing so well after playing so many hours of StarCraft. Like, I actually think it's a really underrated aspect of pro gamers, because we always judge them on like the games we see and like, oh, that's good, that's bad, but it's so easy to play good for 1 best of 3 or 2 best of 3s, but doing it for like 7 or 8 in a row, like almost back to back to back, I think that's super impressive, man, because it's so easy to start slacking and lose focus, lose momentum. Really impressive what Clem is displaying here.
Yeah, I'm just going to be seeing the bio splitting away. This is actually a nice fight for Clem as the units on the left side are way too late, so they're just going to run into this. They turn for a couple units at the very least, which is probably the best they could do. But look at this from from Clem right now. He's got the numbers to really keep pushing forward. The Thors are soaking up a lot of the Banelings. How many Banes are left to go into these Marines? Apparently enough. As
more
Reynor's
coming
going to
in
clean
as
this
well.
out.
I don't even know where they're coming from.
No, I don't know either.
So good as well. And where it feels like Clem should be winning these fights, he's got the upgrade advantage, he was maxed out, he's not winning. But can Reynor now actually deal a lot of damage with the counter?
Yeah, I mean, this is the point where you just run in as Reynor, and Clem just hasn't been able to rebuild fast enough. Apparently, Reynor was able to do enough here as he just keeps coming in. The Widow Mines, though, you got to be careful now. The Muta gets the snipes. The rest of these units can come in. There's all the Widow Mines getting sniped down. Great control of Reynor throughout this, as we do see the Lings and Mutas continue to come in. That Widow Mine connects as well. Oh my god.
Clem just feels like he's running out of units. He really just doesn't have that many units anymore. But Reynor is diving in real deep now. He's going on top of the Thor. There's a missile turret there as well, but getting on top of the production, that should be what Reynor needed. Down 2 upgrades. The Muta Ling Bane composition gets it done. I am shocked.
Absolute madness.
Yeah. Like, is it just me, or was this not supposed to happen?
You know what, Clem? Okay. Clem's gonna touch you. I was about to say, Clem's still on 5 bases, Roddy. You never know.
I saw that too. I was like, ah.
Yeah, I was like, he actually didn't lose a CC. You know, it's Clem Reynor. I don't want to commit.
That was not a solid 1,500 links or 500 links going down, so...
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever casted a best of 3. I don't think I've casted best of 7s with this many zerglings going down. Reynor is cruel, man.
Well, one final map is going to be Golden Wall, I believe.
I look forward to that interview with Clem on the Red Bull website, Wardi. That's what is he going to say about these games?
So how did you spend your birthday? Well, you know, I just played the most insane best of 3 I ever did against Reynor.
It's like I had a great 18th birthday. I won the very first edition of the Xel'Naga Finest. I only dropped a single map, but then I also played best of 3 against Reynor, and I don't know. All I saw was violence and destruction. It's like, that's pretty much what this is.
Yeah. All right, these guys, they're just ready, go, no nonsense.
I know. I mean, for Clem, it's been 6 hours, right? Like, he's been starting at 6. It's actually midnight right now in Europe. I mean, their neighbors are gonna wonder what's going on over here soon.
Clem's just battering his keyboard trying to survive.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't even... I don't know, all you can do is laugh, right?
I feel like, when often if you live in like apartment buildings, like if people have like a birthday party, they go around and they put like stickers on people's door, right? Like, there could be noise because I'm throwing a party on Friday night. I feel like next time Clem plays Reynor, he should go around the neighborhood and he can be like, my keyboard could be extra loud on Saturday night. Playing this Italian kid, he makes too many zerglings. Please excuse, I'm sorry for any inconvenience, something like that. All right, he's had enough, Wardi. He's had enough.
Bottom left, but also in the top right, our blue Terran player is Clem, the T-Rex. Going to be setting up against the red Zerg. I'm going to steal your intro, Roddy. Reynor on the bottom right side. What do you think? Proxy Rex in this final map? You like it?
I mean,
why not?
Yeah, I can understand. I mean, it's been 6 hours of non-stop StarCraft Clem.
I also feel like after the last game went so well for you initially and you didn't win.
Yeah. But I also feel that in a weird, sick, twisted way between these two, I can see this working just well enough that Clem is ahead, but then not well enough to win the game, and then it actually continues. So, Overlord, Wardi?
Yeah, it's going right for it, isn't it? He's gonna see the two barracks.
Easy.
And it's this first Overlord too, so it's a pretty quick scout. Quick enough to pull drones? He says it is.
Okay.
I mean,
questionable or?
Well, you buy a little bit of time where the SCVs don't get forwards, and you can even fight against one Marine, right? So it's not just denying the racks, it's just stopping it all coming forwards.
He won't deny it, though. Both racks is finished up without any SCV damage.
Yeah, but look, I mean, shots on the SCVs are really nice as well right now, right?
Yeah. No, but I thought he wasn't going to get any, so that's where I was wrong.
Yeah. Now he comes in, he chases the Marine a little bit. Oh, he's going to lose a drone, though. That's not meant to happen. You're meant to be able to pull away from that. Oh, he's going to
lose 2 drones.
Ooh.
He's definitely losing 2 drones.
Oh, my God. Okay, that is bad. But at the same time, right, 8 links on the way and Spine on the way.
I feel like the barracks are a little far off. Clem is actually following this up with a factory, by the way, so it's not...
Yeah, it's just the T-Rex, right? So...
How many drones do you think Clem is looking for here? Like
5, 6?
Or is he just hoping for a lot of lost mining time and then...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's already okay-ish for him as long as he gets a couple extra drones as he leaves. I mean, that's what, 4 drones already? Yeah, and I mean, you're going to get some of these zerglings here. Your factory's already gone done. Wow, he gets 6.
Look at that Marine. That Marine should go on a mission.
Man. Yeah, this is nice, right? Like, because you still actually have a few Marines that are going to keep going and keep the lings busy, maybe.
This is exactly what I meant. Like, it's good enough for Clem that the game will go on, but Reynor is also not in that much trouble that he's gonna tap out. Even if these guys try their hardest to have a short game, it's just not gonna happen.
No, absolutely not. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, Clem is now up 4 workers, but obviously it's 2 base against 1, so... I do think that is good for Reynor, though, in the end, right? Because Reynor has so much freedom right now that he should be easily able to turn this worker deficit into a big mortar advantage.
Yep. Yeah, he's got, like, he can just drone.
Yeah.
Obviously, Clem doesn't have a natural just yet.
What is the follow-up, actually, for Clem?
Probably a 20-minute game where we have no idea what happens.
And they're both winning 3 times?
Yeah.
I can get
looks like, ooh, the medevac's kind of cool. Like a little Hellion drop when you're not really... Especially on this map, because it's very... You can pretty reliably get through the bottom side because all the overlords went top early. So it doesn't get seen pretty early on.
I feel like, it's been a long day for us as well, when there is literally 1 Hellion on the map, nothing else, and then a medevac. And then Wardi's like, the medevac's kind of cool. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's gonna
drop 1 Hellion? Like,
look, it's lined up perfectly. Oh my god, there's actually only 2.
Well,
I thought the other one was at the same time. Okay. Maybe it's not as cool as I thought. I'll go.
3 Hellion drop, alright.
I mean
he needs to do something. Obviously, Reynor's going to build way too many drones. Yeah. There is a scouting barracks, but Reynor already left a couple of links inside of his main. Worried about what else could be out there.
I don't think these Hellions are gonna be able to do too much. Things in the main.
After watching 1500 fast links, watching slow lings on the other side of the map is so funny. They're like,
Yeah.
they're so cute and slow.
Oh, they're chasing the cars.
Yeah, it's like, wow, this is such a lovely game.
This is how it starts though, you know, right now it's 20, give it 10 minutes,
Yeah.
it's 500.
Oh my, I mean, this
These
Hellion drop.
Hellions. Oh my god.
Oh!
Okay. Okay, I mean...
Imagine 2 of those shells, like 19 drones lined up. I see an armory, Wardi. I see Cloak Banshee.
Yeah, Clem really doesn't want these games to go long, does he? He really wants this to wrap up. Like you said, I do not blame him at all. As the armory's coming down. Well...
The thing is as well, with tournaments like this, it's not that he plays a game at 6 and then he has 2 hours off, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Aliens into the natural. You almost always have to be ready, and even if he had to wait for a bit, you can take a big break, but you never know when the other series are done.
You've got to be at your PC waiting to go, right? Like,
hey, Hellions, in the
down.
main base, there is not much.
Drones aren't there right yet. This Evo chip it took an eternity to build.
Spore block. Is he getting surrounded by buildings?
Wow. What? Oh my god. Did the drone get the kill? No. They would have been cool though. Cancels from the spore, gets the final shot.
It's like, I came out of retirement for this. Bop! Gets the Hellion. You guys thought I was gone? Way too ambitious to become a spore crawler, okay?
Hell of a spore crawler, mind. Well, I mean, a couple of extra Hellions have been built. He will eventually go Rax. Obviously pretty late extra barracks because of how many Hellions he's built here. He's already lost 8 and he's got 5 more, so... Or 6 more, sorry. So that's more than double the Hellions you usually build. So that's kind of worth keeping in mind here, that the racks are very late, so the stim in the combat shield is very late. Reynor actually drops down a Roach Roaring. Interesting. I think because maybe even sees the extra Hellions, he's like, is this mech? Almost? Maybe?
I think he was a bit worried about what happened in the last game as well, right? That got a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, that's
even
true.
though he did survive.
I mean, it is actually an army, right? So it is Hellbats available.
Double Cloak Banshee is flying in from the south side. There's no lair yet. That's a lot of free shots on Queens.
Yeah, he's gonna get, well, a couple of transfusions out, I guess, but he's gonna find drones transferring because they ran away from the third base, which has Hellbats on it. So he's gonna get 6, 7. Oh, he gets out of Spore Crawler range. They're just now finishing, but these Hellbats are genuinely gonna kill this third base while the Queen's coming up with
Especially if the Banshees
transfusions.
get a couple shots up, or...
Yeah, but the transfusions are there. Maybe if he hadn't brought these other drones around, the Hellbat chasing the drones, but he's killed 12 workers, right? These Banshees are still doing good damage. He's actually done a great job. He's going to try and hide the Hellbats in the corner. Oh, the move commando. Oh, that's so sad. That should have been so much more.
I think he was busy microing the Banshees.
Yeah, of course.
Seen drone kills in the end, but obviously Reynor's just rebuilding those drones. These guys are like locked into a weird relationship with each other at this point, okay?
Yeah.
It's like...
You know, I actually feel like this is one of those scenarios where like you kill 16 drones, but it's really not that good because your bio is so late. You know?
No, and now at this point, I mean, Reynor's got like a solid minute and a half. The only thing that Clem can maybe get done is start mining up this gold, but that's a lot of zerglings. Stim is not done yet.
Oh my god, these Marines have to lift up, so the fresh mules are starting to go down.
Yeah.
Well, that is not what you wanted to see.
Hey.
Oh my god, a bunch of SCVs going down. 4 workers, 2 mules. Absolutely worthwhile for Reynor.
Yep, a very nice little run by for Reynor.
Hey, but upgrades actually just don't exist for Reynor either. so maybe with the upgrades, Clem has some hope.
I mean,
no
I refuse to call any game between these two forever. Well, Combat Shield, only starting now. Obviously, Stim just finished up 10 seconds ago, so it's not like it was super late or something. But there is a tank getting picked up in the middle of the map during all of this. Clem moving forward. Can he get the victory? I mean, Reynor obviously is producing a lot of links, so he should be fine here. These Hellbats and tanks are getting some good shots up.
Oh, he wants to pick up the tank, but the medevac gets shot down. And yeah, Clem is not able to take advantage of this fight here. Always 1-1 upgrades, and Reynor just gets a 4th base set up and going. Reynor now going +1/+1 melee, Baneling speed on the way. So what, about a minute-ish, minute and a half-ish away from him being kind of okay in upgrades and Baneling speed and, you know, all these different things that he wants.
Hey, have you seen anybody yet getting Banelings on, let's say, the south side of that gold mineral line?
And then just blowing them up?
Yeah. If you put him in like one of those little pockets, you should be able to splash at least 3 or 4.
For sure.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
I've actually thought about that a couple of times when watching games, but no one has done it. I guess nowadays, like a lot of these Bane compositions are like accompanied by roaches anyways. It's just better to put a couple of roaches there.
Big drop in the main base.
Yeah, just as Mutas are coming out. Hey, this is kind of bad. There's only one Baneling on the way. Reynor's supply blocked.
Oh no.
Oh my god. And he's on 0-0, remember? He still doesn't have upgrades, and Clem is gonna get the spawning pool on his side.
This is so good. Oh my goodness, so good. I would almost put my Marines between the spawning pool there.
Yeah, for sure. Get them into the middle. Yeah, he's gonna drop back down over on this side. Reynor is out of supply block. He needs more Banelings, quite frankly, against something like this. At the same time, drop on the top side. Okay, that's a lot of queens.
It's queens. I mean, queens are going down in this series.
Yeah. Yeah, they are indeed. Not quite the QPM of the previous games, but we're getting there. Yeah.
5 queens, you know, he's on 0.5 QPM at the moment, but that's okay. Like, he can stack it. He can step it up.
You can't get 1 QPM every game. It's just it wouldn't be StarCraft.
Unless you play risky, then you can absolutely get it.
I mean, that doesn't count.
No, and it doesn't help either. He just has more.
We have to adjust the stats. Oh, well, tanks coming into the center, Lingroach Ravager moving around, extra Banelings morphing in.
Hey, do you think that Risky was watching that game on Eternal? He's like, man, Ronnie and Wardi are so stupid getting excited over 1,000 zerglings die. I've lost 1,000 queens in the game. It's not that special, guys.
Idiots. That's what he would say. Marines here spreading out as we see the Mutas trying to dive in on reinforcements. I mean, Clem's position up this ramp is real good. And I mean, he's now 2-2 against 1-1. These upgrades that are lacking for Reynor are really like hurting. Those corrosive vials, not the greatest either. And these Mutas have been picking up some reinforcements, but now Clem just brings more Marines across the map at once. And I mean, he's on the natural.
Needs another miracle, and he has given us a lot of miracles, but I really don't know if he's capable of cleaning this one up. Ravager's gonna run into those tanks. He gets both tanks. That's a start. But
yeah, it is indeed. And now Baneling's starting to show up from that high ground on the northern side. Marines splitting up a little bit, and those Banes going down. That's going to be GG. Clem takes it 2-1. The birthday boy is unbeaten on his birthday.
The boy just wins it all. Wins the first edition of the Xel'Naga Finest, and then also takes out Clash's Red Bull's Reynor in 3 really epic games, actually. I mean, I think we can talk about those games for a very long time. Or